Hi there guys, Luis from Vintage Action. I hope you guys are all well, and today guys I'll be talking about this cult classic from 1998, Knockoff, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Rob Schneider, Paul Sorvino, Michael Wong, Lela Rochon, all-star cast, directed by the legendary Tsui, Hark, the legendary Hong Kong director, and this one has been released by MVD in US for the first time ever on 4K HDR. First time ever being released on 4K, and it's the first time ever as well that it's been released on Blu-ray in the US. This one has been released before in Germany in 2019 on Blu-ray. This one has been released in the UK by 88 Films in 3 years ago, and now it's been released for the first time ever on 4K by MVD, and I'm going to tell you everything about this release and if is it worth it for you guys to upgrade if you guys live in UK or Germany or even in US if you guys had already the Blu-ray as well. This one has been released on the 17th of February, and unfortunately I just got it like this one like literally last Friday, two days ago. I pre-ordered this one, just to let you know guys, I pre-ordered this one in November directly from MVD, their website in the US. It was the first time I ordered directly from MVD. I own most of their like rewind collection, mainly Blu-rays, all those called classics like Nemesis and Men of War, Sabotage, all those like cult classics from the 90s. But mainly I would buy it from Amazon US, Amazon UK, eBay, and it was the first time I ordered from them. And I pre-ordered in November. I paid straight away, and I'm in UK. Obviously, I know it takes a little bit more to arrive here to the UK, but I've seen like people like already reviewing, unboxing this one on YouTube. And last Monday, I text MVD saying, okay, I pre-ordered this movie in November. I paid for it straight away. It's been released 2 weeks ago, and I didn't have like got an email saying like the movie was shipped or that was a delay or anything like that. And straight away they said, oh, I'm sorry about that. And straight away, less than an hour after, I got an email saying, oh, the movie was shipped, and that was last Monday, and the movie arrived here like last Friday to the UK. So in reality, from the time they shipped the movie from US to the UK, it was fast. It was only 4 days. It was real quick, but I was a little bit disappointing that they could at least say like a proper like apology for the thing. I don't know if it's a thing. If you guys here in the UK order from directly from the MVD website in US, and this happened to you guys before, the thing is, I emailed and straight away they shipped the movie to me. So I literally think they forgot. But it's not a nice thing when you pre-order something in like November. You pre-order something in mid-November when this movie was like announced. I ordered a few other movies, cheap ones, they had on their website, and the movie's released 2 weeks ago, and only 2 weeks after they sent me the movie to the UK, only because like I emailed them saying that, oh, you guys forgot to send me my movie, and straight away they did. Okay, I'll give them a pass because it was the first time I ordered from them. I got this one here with the other 2 or 3 movies I ordered. It was nice. The package was really nice, all protected. It was not damaged or anything. I'm going to show you this in a minute. At least that it was great. I don't have anything bad to say about the packaging because it was great, super protected, no damage. It took 3 days, but I wish that they would have like sent it to me 2 weeks ago when the movie was released, not like 2 weeks after, only because like I complained and said, oh, you guys should have like sent this one to me 2 weeks ago, and they just sent it straight away. But I don't think they are great when it comes to like replying or answering their customer service. They are not that great, but in the end I got it, and I watched the movie, and It's great to have these Van Damme movies on 4K. Obviously, you can say this is the main menu behind me, but that's a lot to say about this one when it comes to the transfer and everything. Let me just show you the packaging straight away. As you can see here, the Sleep MVD Rewind Collection, Laser Vision Collection, and this is the original artwork. You have here Van Damme, Rob Schneider, Lela Rochon, and Paul Sorvino, and you have Michael Wong on this one, legendary Michael Wong, and you can see this is all like their vintage like style, and you have the back, we have 4K special features, the Blu-ray like features as well. This one comes with the 4K and with the Blu-ray, and as you can see here, this is region A locked. So basically, if you guys are in UK and you order this one will be region locked. So on the 4K, that is the disc, you can see the main menu behind me, you have only the movie and the audio commentary, but that audio commentary is also on the 88 films release from 2 years ago. So if you want to watch the new special features, because there's two brand new interviews. One, Stephen E. Souza, that was the famous screenwriter, the guy that wrote 48 Hours, Die Hard 2, Commando, Judge Dredd, Knockoff, like Running Man. He was the guy that directed like Street Fighter, and obviously he was the screenwriter to this movie as well. And you have it's like 40 minutes long, and you have a new interview with Mosh Diamant as well. It was the producer to this one, and he's a guy that worked with Van Damme in many movies. He produced many of the Van Damme movies. That interview is a little bit shorter, it's roughly 18 minutes, and I'm going to talk about these two interviews as well. Kind of interesting things and like something awkward on one of the interviews, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So you have two brand new interviews, and you have an archival audio interview from a few years ago, but that one is also on the 88 films release from 3 years ago. But there are two brand new interviews, one with the screenwriter Stephen E. Souza that directed like Street Fighter, and you have a new interview with Mosh Diamant, producer that was involved with Van Damme in many movies, starting in Double Impact and through the 90s and the 2000s as well. So when it comes to the special features, it's cool to have two brand new interviews with two big guys when it comes to knockoff people involved in this movie. It's always great. Of course, it will be always hard to get Van Damme and Rob Schneider to come back and talk about this one, but it's nice to have two brand new interviews. And in that, shout to MVD, because they released this on 4K, and at least they give us like two brand new interviews. That's always great. Of course, it would have been great to have Tsui Hark, the legendary director from Hong Kong, that directed The Better Tomorrow and the saga The Once Upon a Time in China, with Jet Li, Twin Dragons, with Jackie Chan, The Master, Black Mask 2. He directed many legendary Hong Kong movies, and he was the one who directed also Double Impact with Van Damme and Dennis Rodman. But yeah, let me show you here. As you can see, MVD, MDP Worldwide. I know you guys know this logo. They were the ones who released this one in 98. So basically, they were the production company. But then Mosh Diamond, he talks about this one in the interview. Then they got like TriStar Pictures. So basically, Sony Pictures released this one like worldwide. So, but they were not the production company. So it was MDP Worldwide, and then Columbia Pictures released this one. And you have the logo here, as you can see to this one, Moonstone Pictures. So basically they are the ones that apparently own this one now, because it's their logo. It's on the German release as well. But Moonstone Entertainment, they own a lot of like movies. They own the movies from Imperial Entertainment, the Nemesis as well, the Lionheart, the Black Eagle, some of those movies, Sabotage. But the curious thing is, like, when this one was released 2 years ago in the UK, the thing is, there's nothing saying like about Moonstone Pictures owning it, this one. I guess in the UK it's like still TriStar, Sony Pictures, that owns this one, because I just checked on on Prime Video. And if you want to rent or buy this one on Prime Video, it says like the studio that owns this one is like Sony, TriStar Pictures. So apparently maybe Sony still owns the rights to Knockoff in the UK, because even when you put the 88 Films movie on your like player, it says in the beginning of the movie, so this one is apparently still like Sony Pictures owns this one in the UK. But in Germany, the Blu-ray has like the logo of the Moonstone Entertainment, as this one here, as you can see. This release here that was released in the US and Canada from MVD. It's just a curious about. I'm always like curious about all those stuff, like who owns the movies, who released at the time. Because growing up, I always saw the logo of Columbia Pictures on the VHS and even in the movie poster in the theaters. I watched this in theaters. I remember like in '98 going to the movies. I was 12 at the time when this one was released, and this one was always entertaining. You know, when it comes to this movie, some people say that the plot makes no sense, but you know, we have the frenetic pacing, the camera movement, you have like that dense, frenetic, like visual style. I mean, you have things like the fight scenes. The effects are a spectacle. A spectacle. I mean, it's always wild when you have Hark like directing these movies, and you know, the car chases. I mean, the stunts on this one is amazing. Basically, all the great stunts you see, like a car going over like a convenience store, and a car flying through like a building. All of that was like practical effects. It was real. It was done by stunt doubles. There was no CGI. There was no green screens. This was all done. The movie was all like entirely filmed like in Hong Kong. So actually it was during the handover of Hong Kong. It was like UK part of the UK for a long time, and this was the handover in '97 back to Hong Kong, and they actually filmed like the real thing. So over the top action, that's what you can expect from Hark, and you have Van Damme, and you have like Rob Schneider giving that comedy like element to the movie. It was always one of my favorites. Like I think this one actually is one of the best late like Van Damme movies from the 90s when it comes to the theatrical release, because you know, end of the 90s, beginning of 2000s was the downfall of like literally Van Damme, because you know, in '99 you have Universal Soldier, The Return, also released by Columbia Pictures. And then beginning of 2000, you have still nice movies, The Replicant, The Order, In Hell in 2003, but all those movies were like straight to video. So this one is one of the last, and this one was still successful in the box office. It made like 40 something million on a budget of like 30 million. It was not like a huge success, but it was still profitable. And I remember growing up, a lot of my friends liked this one, because you know, Van Damme in '98 was, you know, coming from all those successes of Time Cop and, you know, Sudden Death, Hard Target. Van Damme was like a big thing. It was literally from 99 2000, it was all the way down, but still Knockoff for me is one of the last big like Van Damme movies, and super fun, super entertaining. And again, guys, this is let me just show you here the slip. It's a cool slip, as you can see. I mean, if I would prefer, like you see, like 88 Films, this Blu-ray, you can see the 88 film slip is a lot better. The quality is a lot stronger, more durable if you compare to this slip from MVD. In that matter, usually they are like it's a little bit better when it comes to that. But let me show you now. This is the actual case, and you have actually, it's like a reversible sleeve. As you can see, you have here this artwork without anything on it. I mean, the back is the same. And here you have this one here. You can see Van Damme, Knockoff, and you have it here, Collector's Edition 4K, Ultra HD, and you have the name of the actors on top, opposite to this one. This one is basically the cover. as you can see here, of the slip. And yeah, I just like flip this one around, and I put this one here, because you have already this one here on the slip cover, so you can just put this one here on the inside. And here, this is the Blu-ray disc, as you can see here, like Moonstone and MDP that they were the production company. And here, as you can see, Moonstone Entertainment, that I think they are the ones who own this one now, at least in most of the territories. And you have this like mini poster. This is cool from MDV. You always have that mini poster, but I would have prefer like a little bit something like a bigger, like if you compare, because I haven't actually reviewed this one on Blu-ray when I bought it. If you compare to you can see a really cool one from 88 Films. Look, the one from 88 Films, even though it's the Blu-ray, and it's a great looking Blu-ray, let me tell you. And here you have like a poster. It's a bigger poster, as you can see, TriStar picture, and the quality is a little bit, it's like a better. You can see the quality of this poster is way better than that one. And you have like a nice, like, as you can see, you have nice postcards as well. As you can see here, TriStar picture, 88 Films. This comes with nice postcards, nice artwork, and also this one from 88 Films, as you can see, has like a reversible sleeve. Let me show you, if you guys don't own this one. And this one was super popular at the time here in the UK, because it was the first time it was released on Blu-ray in 23. The first release was in Germany in 2019. But this is a great release, and I'm going to keep this release. And even though you have like 2 new special features on this MVD one, and you have the new 4K. But let me tell you, this like Blu-ray looks great. That's the thing now I'm going to talk to you about, is the 4K like quality. And even though it's like HDR, there is no Dolby Vision on this release. And even though it looks like the colors pop and the picture quality looks great, obviously I'm not going to say it doesn't. But I don't know if the camera negative like was damaged, or I don't know if it was Sony doing the transfer to this like UK release. And this one now is like Moonstone that owns the film, that the negative was damaged. Or the thing is, you have like throughout the movie, you see a lot of like scenes, you have like scratches, you know, those like black small dots and white sometimes throughout the movie. And the thing is, on this Blu-ray that was released by 88 Films, you don't see that. It's like a HD 1080p presentation. And of course, this one, the colors is more vibrant, and you can see it's a 4K. It's literally an upgrade to this one. But is it the best 4K ever? I'll have to say no. It looks great. It does, obviously. But it's not the typical like a Hero films when they release a 4K. If I compare this 4K like to Sudden Death from Kino Lorber, or Hard Target, or even the recent like 4K of Double Impact that was originally released by Cape Light in Germany, and then like 88 Films and also MVD, they use that transfer from Cape Light. And it's like flawless. There is no scratches throughout the movie. Like most of the Hero videos, you see the 4K, and there is no scratches, no those small black dots. Or I know sometimes when the camera negative is damaged, there's so much they can do. But at the same time, the thing is, some boutique labels, they actually do the scan. And they put out the movie, but some they actually do the scan from the original 35mm camera negative, and they restore the movie. I'm not sure it's the case here. They did that, but I'm going to show you like so you guys can see with your own eyes. I know it's hard for you guys to see. I'm filming this obviously in 4K, and let me show you just like as you can see here. You have the chapters. If you go to the main menu, obviously the Audio, it's like 5.1 surround sound and 2.0 stereo sound, so there's nothing new. And this audio commentary by Mike Leader and Arn Venema, it's on this like 88 films release as well. And you have English subtitles, but let me just like so you guys can see the picture quality of this 4K release. And it's one of the scenes. I mean, it looks great, obviously. I'm not going to say it doesn't. The colors popped and it's vibrant, and it's literally an upgrade to this one, even though this Blu-ray looks like really great. As you can see here, there's like those black dot scratches throughout the movie. Let me just fast forward this. And here you can see on this particular scene, as you can see, it might not be noticeable for you guys, but literally you can see here where I'm pointing, there is a big, is like a scratch, literally. It's like a piece of hair, literally. It's like details, obviously, guys. This one is details, but you can see here like these black scratches throughout the movie. That it's usually movies that you see from the 70s or early 80s that were shot on film, right? And I don't think they put on the work to remove all those like scratches, or they were not able to. But literally, you can see those like small black scratches throughout the movie, and the white ones as well. Again, the colors, they just popped. You can see this scene here with Van Damme and Rob Schneider. But that's why I'm saying this one, I cannot say is the best 4K ever. And you can see all these scenes. You can see literally most of the movie. You have those like scratches, like small scratches throughout in the screen. The picture quality looks amazing, obviously. But definitely not the best 4K ever. Obviously, you can see the details. Look at this scene here. You look at Van Damme there to literally his face, and you can see all the details, obviously, and it looks like sharp. But let me just fast forward these. You guys can see more of the legendary Michael Wong there. And here, as you can see the grain, obviously. Here you can see Van Damme and Schneider, and again, a really good looking 4K. I'm not taking anyway anything from this like 4K, but obviously if I compare to 4Ks like Double Impact, or like Bloodsport that were released by Cape Light, or Hard Target, or Sudden Dead, and this one was released in '98. It's like more recent than those movies, but again, has to do with the preservation. I don't know, of the camera negative might be damaged, right? But it looks great, obviously. If you don't have this on 4K, I'm happy with this, obviously. But again, you can see here there is scratches throughout the film, and this is like a day scene. It's like the handover. They filmed that, and let me just fast forward this again. And yeah, you can see even here there's scratches throughout the movie, but even the picture quality, it's great. You can see all the detail. It's definitely an improvement, but definitely not the best 4K ever. If I have to be honest, that's just my opinion. Obviously, you can say I'm not a specialist. I'm just a big movie fan. I grew up watching like movies on VHS. I'm not picky. I have so many movies on DVD and everything. But just to let you know that obviously, and I'm going to put the Blu-ray now to show you like the special features. That is something, just to show you something awkward that I have like noticed on the interview with Mosh Diamant. That is not like really like very common to happen. So basically, you have the interview with Steven Issoz, the famous screenwriter, the guy that directed like Street Fighter, and it's a 40-minute long like interview. To be honest, the first 20 minutes kind of a little bit boring. Basically, thought about his passion about movies, why he like started like in the movie business, and it's always great to have these new interviews. Are just like 40 minutes, and literally the last 20 minutes of the interview, he start talking about when he when he became famous, when he wrote the movies like the screenwrites for 48 Hours, for Commando, for Die Hard 2, The Running Man. And then basically the last 10 minutes, he talks about knockoff, writing knockoff. He wanted to do it like a little bit different than usual, having like Rob Schneider being the CIA agent, not Van Damme, that people would think, oh, Van Damme will be the CIA agent, not the goofy, like Rob Schneider, anything. He talks about it, being in Hong Kong when the movie was like filmed and everything, being like overwhelmed by the amazing stunts by Hark and everything. It's always amazing. It's a brand new filmed interview, 40 minutes, but basically when it comes to knockoff, that is the movie we are talking about, he basically talks about the last 10 minutes, he talks about knockoff. The 10 minutes before, he talks about his career, being involved in many amazing famous movies, and he talks about basically he made more money writing movies than actually directing. That's why he didn't direct many movies. He basically direct like Street Fighter, and even though he was invited to film like to direct so many movies, he end up not just like writing made him more money. And the interview with Moshe Diamant is interesting as well, because Moshe Diamant worked with Van Damme many times. He said that he had a lovely relationship with Van Damme. Van Damme was amazing to work with. He worked with him in Double Impact. He worked with him in Maximum Risk. He worked with him in The Quest, in Knockoff, and so many other movies. And that one is 18 minutes long. The strange thing is like the Steven on that interview with Moshe Diamant, basically you have the interview, and then they also insert some like images from the making of, that is 23 minutes, and that knockoff making of is on the old DVDs, is on the 88 Films Blu-ray, is on the German Blu-ray, and it's on any DVD that has been released like worldwide of knockoff. So everyone has seen that like documentary. It's on every single DVD, right? And the thing is, it's super strange. They use like the footage they use from that like making of. They took it from a YouTube like YouTube channel. That's from that's a guy that I'm going to show in a minute, that is a Van Damme fan. And he literally uploaded that video to his like channel, and basically MVD, to do that interview, they use some images from that like making of, and they use the footage, the video of that like from downloaded from YouTube, and you can see they blurred the specific place where they have the the letters, the name of that guy, the channel. They blurred, but they forgot to blur like a specific part of that they put, and you can actually see the name of the guy on YouTube. For me, it's like overwhelming how like MVD is like releasing a brand new 4K. And they literally downloaded the making of the behind the scenes from YouTube, when literally they could have just got like the Blu-ray from MVD or any like DVD that was released in the past. The making of is there on standard definition, and they could have just like downloaded. You can put a disc, and you can burn to a computer, and you have the documentary there. How come you're going to download something from like a YouTube channel? Obviously he doesn't own the rights to that guy. That guy probably just like he ripped like he had the DVD or the Blu-ray, he ripped that specific like making of, and he just uploaded to YouTube. A lot of people do that. Probably there's no copyrights to those things, but for MBD to be lazy, to not even like bother to grab like an old DVD or Blu-ray, and they just literally downloaded that from a YouTube page. That's really bad. That's the only thing that I was like surprised and not that too happy about it. But I'm going to show you. So basically, you have here like the bonus. You have the interview with Steven E. De Souza, as it is 40 minutes. I just talked with you about interview with Moshe Diamant, and you have that 2000 interview with Steven E. De Souza. That's an audio interview, so it's just audio. right? And you have making of knockoff and theatrical trailer. And the awkward thing is, okay, I'm going to put this making of, and this making of is all pixelated. I don't know if they, use AI or upscaled. This is the making of knockoff, and this one is literally 23 minutes. But the making of they uploaded here, it's literally all like, pixelated, as you can see. It doesn't look good because it's 4:3. As you can see, I don't know what they did. To be honest, it's like awkward to me because they could, if they are releasing this, they have the rights to release this, and the making of is on every single DVD that was released before, every single Blu-ray that was released. And look at this. This image is all pixelated. It doesn't look good. This like making of. They could have just put the original standard definition making of. Obviously, they did something here to the image, as you can see, because this is literally the entire making of 23 minutes. And the image, it's all like literally pixelated. It doesn't, as you can see here, it doesn't look good. And I don't know what happened here. And now I'm going to show you the actual interview. Just parts of the interview. So you can see, okay, here, let me show you bonus. This is subtitles. And let me just show you here bonus here. And here is the interview with Moshe Diamant. And again, great shouts to MVD to get these new interviews. That's great. You can hear knockoff with Moshe Diamant. And obviously, that's the interview where he talks about. That's the guy that worked with Van Damme, the legendary producer that worked with Van Damme in many, many movies. And you can see here Moshe Diamant. And then they use inserts from the movie. And here they use like clips also from that making of. And here, okay, this is the clips from the making of, and you can see they blurred. There is here an area where there is the name of the guy's channel on YouTube, and they blurred it. Okay, here it's blurred, but the problem is they forgot to. Let me just fast forward this. They forgot to blur something here. Like down this one is roughly 18 minutes, and again you can see here it's more clear. This is like taken from the making of, and you can see here they blurred the image. Literally you can see Rob Schneider shirt. The image is blurred. For me, I cannot think why, because this making of is every single DVD and Blu-ray. You could have just like basically take that from a DVD, from a Blu-ray, burn it and put it on your disc, because it looks just fine, because I have the Blu-ray from 88 films, and the documentary is in standard definition and the picture quality looks great. So you could have just got the 88 films like Blu-ray or the DVD. And this one is blurred because they took this from that guy on YouTube and they have to blur it. But the problem is they forgot to blur a part. Like, let me just fast forward this here. And that's a big mistake. Let me just fast forward. And it's going to be in a minute that they forgot to. And you can see the name of the guy. And again, it's here. Look at this crazy mistake. Look at this there. RARK243 Van Damme. And then I checked, I didn't know actually. And this is the name of a guy on YouTube. And that guy has a channel on YouTube. And I checked, the guy uploaded this documentary like more than 10 years ago. And basically MVD, they just literally downloaded that from his channel. And they insert this into an interview with the producer of the movie. How lazy is that when you could just literally get a Blu-ray or a DVD? You can just copy that to your computer. You can just burn like the documentary. But no, you guys just downloaded this from a YouTube channel. That's bad from MTV. As you can see here, ARK243 Van Damme. So basically, and they forgot to blur, because before it's blurred that bit. So basically, and they inserted this into the interview. It was just this bit here. It's like seconds. And then after that, they blur it again. But I mean, that's bad, in my opinion. I mean, doesn't make any sense. You're releasing a 4K, and let me tell you, two great new interviews. Lovely to have that with two big important people that were involved in the movie, and then you have the Steven E. Souza interview. There's nothing going on, and then you interview Moshe Diamant. And then you have inserts. You grab like some footage from the movie, and you grab footage from the making of, and you download the making of from YouTube, when you could just literally get a DVD or like a Blu-ray that exists that in many countries, and you could just get it from there and used it. So let me show you, just so you guys can see the picture quality of this one. I know this review is going to be long, but literally, guys, I'm a big fan of Van Damme, as you should pronounce it right, because it's like a French name. Let me just put here the UK Blu-ray, because I never actually reviewed this one for some reason. I got this one in 23 when it was released by 88 Films. I just put this in my player. I have to change the region so I could play this one, because this one obviously it's region B. And let me show you just, guys, this one now. So you guys have all the information. You guys in the US, if you didn't get this one yet, and if you guys are in the UK, so this is the as you can see here. This is like the warning, and you can see, just you guys see, this one was like, it was TriStar, Sony Pictures. That was, of course, you have here the 88 Films like a logo. It was TriStar Pictures that was responsible to license this one to 88 Films 3 years ago. And again, when it comes to special features, again, you can see here, you see, doesn't reflect the opinions of Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. So basically, and this is the main menu. And let me show you. This is the 88 Films Blu-ray. Again, I'm showing it because I didn't review this back in the days. And then special features. We have interview with the writer. That's the same audio interview that you can find on this one. But obviously, you don't have the two new interviews. That is great. Great to MVD. Big mistake when it comes to that, like, interview, them to use like footage from a YouTube channel. I don't understand why. It's like ridiculous, really. Because look, and you have the audio commentary by Mike Leader and Arne Venema. So this audio commentary was done for the 88 Films release, and MVD is also using this one. You have the original trailer, and you have the making of knockoff. So let me put the making of here, so you guys can see. There's nothing wrong with the picture here. This was not taken from a YouTube channel. And this is on standard definition, making of knockoff. And it looks amazing, as you can see. Look at this. There's nothing wrong with the picture quality. Obviously, this is a make-off that was done when the film was released. And it's standard definition. And it looks great. There's nothing wrong with this. As you can see here, it's a 22 minutes like making of. And look at this here. There's nothing wrong with this standard definition. And as you can see, there's nothing blurred. This is the making of. And it blew my mind when I saw that the MVD got like clips. They took like images from this making of from a YouTube guy, when they could have just got the Blu-ray, and you know, and getting it from the burn it and put it on their disc. I mean, it's like it blew my mind. So basically, now I'm going to show you the picture quality, and this one, let me tell you, this one looks great for a Blu-ray. And let me play movie. And so you guys can see, and here you have the logo of as you can see here, MDP. They release a lot of like B movies in the 90s, like Man of War with Dolph Lundgren, like Shoot Fighter with Bolo Young, a lot of cult classics from the 90s. I bet you guys know this logo. And let me just fast forward so you guys can see the picture quality. And look at this. This one is like presented in like 2:35. The aspect ratio is presented in 2:35. So as you can see here, and let me tell you, this one here, you don't see many scratches throughout the movie. Literally, this is a Blu-ray. And the Blu-ray looks great. Again, the Blu-ray looks great. I don't know if the negative was more damaged since they did like this release. The master they used to this Blu-ray release. Obviously, they did a brand new scan to the original 35mm camera negative, and this one obviously was done before. And obviously, this was, I don't know if this one was a 4K scan or like a 2K scan, because nothing is specified even on the on the release by 88 Films. Basically, they just say this is like a HD transfer. Obviously, it's like a master. Probably it was a 2K scan, 1080p. But look, the Blu-ray looks amazing, as you can see. And there is no scratches throughout the look at this scene here. You see this scene that I just played before, the Kowloon like city police station, or Kowloon. As you can see, there was scratches that I mentioned to you guys in this scene on the new 4K just released. On this Blu-ray release from 88 Films, there is no scratches, nothing. It's clean. They clean up as you can see, there's literally, and even if there is some, it's minor. As you can see, this scene I showed you before, there were a lot of scratches on the 4K from the MVD. On this one, nothing. Of course, you can say the 4K has HDR and the colors are more vibrant, they popped. I'm not saying it looks good. Obviously, this like Blu-ray from MVD, obviously, or the 4K, as you can see here from the new release. But guys, if you are in the UK and you have the Blu-ray, I'll tell you, you are okay with the Blu-ray, because this Blu-ray looks like, the Blu-ray looks great. And again, there is like, you can see this master, they restore it properly and everything. And I'll just pause it here. As you can see, no scratches, the picture quality looks amazing. It's a Blu-ray transfer. I don't know if it was a 4K transfer or 2K transfer they did at the time for this like release by 88 Films. That obviously it's here. It was like probably licensed by Sony. And this one, apparently now it's like Moonstone Entertainment that owns the rights to this Damme knockoff. Even though this movie is on YouTube, has been on YouTube for the past few years, I know that a lot of times these Moonstone videos, like Kickboxer 4, Kickboxer 5, a lot of these movies are available for free on YouTube. They just allow people to upload them. And yeah, guys, basically, I'll say the picture quality, I'll say like a 7 out of 10, because, you know, there is some scratches throughout the movie, even though it looks great, but it's HDR, there is no Dolby Vision, there is no upgrade when it comes to the audio or anything. Obviously, it's always great, a great release. Have 2 new interviews. There's that big mistake on that, like, Moshe Diamant interview, them using clips from the making of. They just downloaded from a YouTube channel, a fan YouTube channel, that I don't understand why. But overall, of course, I'm super happy to have this new like release by MVD. It's a nice like slip. It comes with a mini poster. You have 2 brand new interviews. The 4K looks great, but it could have been better. If you are in the UK and you just like, and you are not big fans, I think you are okay with this like Blu-ray, because look, this Blu-ray, the picture quality looks amazing. You are okay with it. If you are big fans, obviously like I am, I'm going to say to you guys, just grab it, because you have 2 new interviews, and that's always great to have 2 new interviews. and it's a brand new 4K scan, even though I think they didn't restore it, they just scanned it. It could have been better. It's not no double impact or Bloodsport or R-Target or even Time Cop. All those look better on 4K. But yeah, guys, let me know. I know this one was a long review, but I had to say everything. There was so much thing to say about this one. Let me know what you think about Knockoff from 1998. If this one was also one of your favorites growing up. Damme teaming up with Rob Schneider. That's always great. And then you have Hark like directing this one. You have so many legendary actors on this one. Over the top action, explosions, chases, fight scenes. Great movie, amazing movie from 98. Let me know what you think about Knockoff from 1998. If this one was one of your favorites as well. Let me know if you got this one from MVD, the 4K. They also release a standard Blu-ray with the 4K transfer, because this one has never been released before in the US. So they release also not just the 4K, but also the Blu-ray. And let me know what if you guys already got this one, if you guys thinking about getting this one. If you guys are in the UK or Germany, because this one was released in Germany, if you have this 88 films released, let me know if you guys also have ordered one from MDV. If you are also interested in getting the 4K. Again, for me, if you guys have this release in UK, you are okay with it. The picture quality is amazing, but obviously you're not going to have the two brand new interviews, and they are great. Moshe Diamant and Steven E. De Souza, even though it's 40 minutes long and the first 20 minutes he doesn't talk much about the movie, but it's always great to have new interviews with the people involved in the movie and to have the movie released in 4K. So I'll keep both. I'm lucky. I have the 88 films release, and now I got this MVD, so I'll keep both in my collection. I'm not going to get rid of any of these. So overall, I'll give it like a 7 to this brand new release. It could have been better. There is like a few things here that I didn't like, but there are a lot of things that I did like. So overall, of course, I would still say to you guys, just grab it. Just grab it, especially if you don't have it. If you are in the UK and you want to keep your Blu-ray one only, if you don't care about the two new special features, nothing wrong with that. The UK Blu-ray from 88 Films looks amazing. And 88 Films might put this one in the future on 4K, so just wait for it. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Knockoff from 1998, the new 4K release. And if it's your first time watching my channel, basically I do reviews, unboxing, especially of these cult classics from the 80s and the 90s that we love, we grew up watching. And yeah, guys, keep strong. I hope you guys are having a lovely weekend. I hope you guys have a lovely week, and keep strong. I'll be with you guys soon reviewing all the action from the 80s and the 90s. Keep strong.